So a lot of people think I'm being negative when I talk about how grimy it is in the United States and how sneaky it is and how you never really own anything in this country. You don't even own your children, because if you don't put them in an educational system that they approve of, okay, by they, you know who I'm talking about, and you are trying to like have an off the grid kind of lifestyle and you bringing your child into it, the government will immediately step in and tell you, no, you need to do this with your children. This is how you are going to teach them. Either you get them a private education, you can homeschool them, but we need to approve of your curriculum, And you don't own your kids. You might have had your kids, but in the eyes of this government, they are a dependent. They are like essentially an employee, because the moment they're born and they get a birth certificate, they get a social security card, that is an employee, okay? But the moment you do all of that, you forfeit your rights as a parent. And now the government has to control how you teach your kids, how often, what's approved, what's not approved, and what's appropriate, and when and how often your child needs to go to school. Because your child needs to go to school in order to be trained well on how to become a good worker. That's the setup. They don't actually care if your child is learning valuable life skills. They care about if your child knows how to be in line, how to be obedient, how to complete tasks on time. They don't care about anything else. They don't give a damn if your child has clothes on their back, if the child has food in their stomachs, because 9 times out of 10, they're not even teaching you life skills, how to obtain that on your own, how to make your own clothes, how to cook good food, because they got rid of those homestead programs many years ago. But the whole case of me bringing this up to you is because you don't own shit. You don't own your home. You don't own your car, because guess what? There are fees that are attached to owning those items. Guess what? You pay your house off. You think that you're slick? You're not. Property tax is going to come up every single year annually. You think that you slick with your car? You paid your car off. That's it. You're done. You got to get registration and tags. It depends on what state, but I know in California, you got to do that bitch every year. That is not your car. Even your spouse, your partner is not actually your partner until you get paperwork done saying, court, we see each other as a business entity, aka we are married. Then you're valid. But until then, the government has to actually stamp approval that they see you as a married couple. They be all up in our business, and we don't see nothing wrong with it. We just think it's business as usual. We just think that people like myself are overreacting.